double mini roundabouts can be quite a hassle, especially for learner drivers. We're going to be coming onto Chamberlain Road in a second, and we're going to be approaching the first set that you might have to deal with on a test, and the ones that are leading onto James Reckitt. Now, it's easy enough to go left from here, okay? We just mirror check and signal left and go if it's clear and safe, alright? So we're not really going to deal with that one, other than the fact that we have to tell you that there is a crossing just to the left hand side. Be aware of that, nice and easy an approach. So we really can't see as we're approaching the right hand side, and I'm going to be really nice and slow because anything could be coming from behind this black car. I'm just approaching really nice and gentle. Okay, staying over to the left hand side to be going straight on, and no sooner do I clear that first roundabout, I have to deal with this other one. Now I'm obviously going nice and slow, okay, so that I can talk my way through this to you. But that's how you should be approaching those anyway. If you haven't got the time, I say this a lot, if you haven't got the time to be able to do everything that you need to do, you're going too fast. If you haven't got the time to mirror check and then signal and then get your correct position, and then you haven't got the time to actually slow down enough, then you're obviously going too fast as you're approaching. So we're going to be coming up to the same mini roundabouts, and we're going to obviously be coming from the opposite side. From James Reckitt approaching, Chamberlain will be on my left hand side and Laburnum's on my right, and we're going to be going down Laburnum again, just so we can deal with one roundabout. So as we're approaching, mirror checking nice and early and easing off the gas as we're coming up to it. We've got a blind corner on our right hand side. We're just staying next to the roundabout, so next to the white line, next to the island, and keep on looking over to that right hand side. Still got it in second at this point, nice and easy, and the traffic to my left hand side now has to give way to me. Once I can start seeing down the road, seeing it's cleared, then I can start to increase my speed, but obviously not too much. It's a 20 mile an hour zone. We're going to be coming round again, okay, same approach. We're just going to be using both roundabouts, and this time we're just going to be going to the left hand side. Now, I mean, here's an interesting point. Just there, my position to turn right should be next to the middle of the road, but obviously I wanted to make full use of the road so that other vehicle could keep coming. Always try and, you know, move over if you can do, to let other vehicles keep on coming. Okay? It wasn't a hassle for me. So this time we're going to be going left. So it's a left turn. Okay, that's the direction that we're going to be going, following, say, like if it was, you know, going back towards the test centre. Again, mirror checking as approaching, signalling left because we are going left and left again. Okay, and we're looking to give way to that right hand side, that black car, but it's been blocked off by that car that was coming from there. Straight away, looking to see if there's anything coming from the right hand side again at this one. Now there is, but it's all the way over there. It was being blocked by the traffic that was coming from Chamberlain Road, so I could quite easily go. But again, as you noticed, hopefully you'll notice, I was going really, really nice and slow so that I could deal with that. Now that's me. Obviously they've gone on the wrong side of the road, the oncoming cars, and you know, something could have appeared from this turn, from Rockford Ave, from the road onto the right hand side. Then they would have been stuck. If you can't see down that road, okay, even now, okay, and especially on test, cutting over that wrong side of the road just to get down that road is a big no-no. It's not going to cause me any hassle just to sit here and wait for a second or two until I can start to see down the road. What you don't want to do is, obviously, you know, that person was doing a, you know, manoeuvre. They were turning the vehicle around as easy as they could do. But what you don't want to be doing is, if you're going on a straight on path, you don't want to be, obviously, you know, having to, you know, shoot down the road and not being able to see, and then having to reverse again because you've overshot your mark and seen somebody coming. You don't know if there's any areas that you can, you know, that you can escape into and come into. It's like there, that red car really wasn't showing any type of anticipation. She had to slow down quite quickly. I mean, she wasn't going really, really fast, but she wasn't thinking that possibly I was coming the opposite direction. I saw her coming. I saw the reflections in the car to my right hand side. So, again, we're going to be turning left onto Chamberlain. Can't see on the approach to the end. Nice and slow, and right down to about 5 miles an hour, leaning forward, looking down the road, seeing if it's safe to go. That's the same approach for everything as you're emerging out. This time we're going to be going right onto James Reckitt. And approach mirrors, okay, signal. This time we want to be a little bit more over towards the right hand side, okay. Off the gas, cover the brake and the clutch, looking to give way to the right hand side. There's nothing coming from that side. If there was something coming, if it was being blocked off by anything from the left, would be able to go. I sneeze as you're approaching again. I was going so slow that I could stay on my side of the road, be able to deal with anything that was coming around, that was, you know, the black car that's parked there. Especially on a test, you know, they want to see you, you know, really being in control of the car, but being confident and nice and smooth at the same time. You have the same type of analogy from boxing or any like fight training or anything like that. You go slow is smooth. Smooth becomes fast. Fast becomes deadly. If we go nice and slow, nice and smooth, we can take everything into and see everything that we need to. On approach now, this time, okay, we're going to be going straight on. So, nice and easy on approach. Nothing coming from the straight ahead. There's nothing coming from the right hand side. Still a little bit more over to the left hand side, away from the roundabout. Hooking it in and signalling over to the left hand side at that point. So if I'd have chose to go down there now, okay, and you know, zip down like that last car, I couldn't see what was coming properly. I'd be blocked off by the car parked up on the right hand side. I'd have been in this tricky situation. Imagine going down that road on the wrong side just then, zipping in because we're in a bit of a rush, and that car coming the opposite way. You've had to kind of come over to your left hand side, stop, brake, then had to reverse again. For what? Like, you know, it didn't take that long. So again, as we're coming around this bend, okay, we can see the blue car, the white car, the blue car. We can see any reflections on any cars coming in. A little bit more to the right hand side towards the middle of the lane to help us see down the road. Covering the brake and the clutch as we're coming around. Expecting something to be coming down nice and slow like that. Again, coming in, going left. See, so the car did exactly the same thing. Then saw me coming and had to react, basically. I'm going to go right again. Mirrors. Off your gas, signalling, letting the car slowing down. And one thing I want to point out really is if we've got traffic coming from the right hand side, okay, and there is something coming from the left, it would be here when that vehicle is more or less straight in front of you. That's the optimum point, okay? If you start going when that vehicle is almost coming around and like more or less in front of that traffic to your right hand side, by the time you start going, that car could clear and those from the right hand side could start going. It's when it's in front of you, because by the time you start going, they're already gone and still blocking off that right hand side. Going left again. Watch out, follow the road right around and then hook it in just over to the left hand side, really nice and slow. Really leaning forward, and this time we're going to be going right. So, mirror checks on approach, signal next to the island on the right hand side, looking to see if that car's coming from the right hand side. Making sure it isn't. Okay, stay next to the roundabout and then coming in next to the actual island, just towards the roundabout just there. I've got something coming from the right hand side, but that red car would block it off. And it wasn't actually at the entrance onto the roundabout. Approaching the other set of double mini roundabouts, okay, easing off the gas. What we're going to actually do here is come to this second one, signal on now, because I'm going really nice and slow and just really taking it slow. I'm going to do a U-turn coming around really nice and slow. The vehicle just to my right hand side wasn't too pleased. Okay, but that was because she was cutting over the middle of the roundabout. If you are going to be doing a U-turn like on a mini roundabout like that, make sure it's wide enough, make sure it's big enough, make sure you're going slowly enough and you take enough of a turn around it to show where you're going, okay? So we're going to be going straight on at this one. Mirror checks, staying over to your left hand side, okay? Keeping onto that left hand side, nice and slow as you're approaching, looking from the right hand side. If there was anything coming, obviously we'd be giving way. Staying onto that left hand side and over. Vehicle that's oncoming has got priority, yeah, so be prepared that they want to go, alright, and dip back in as soon as you can do. Obviously, if you can't do, you just have to go nice and slow and carry on going as slowly as you possibly can do. If you're already coming through, there's not really anything that you can do at that point. Same here. As I was coming through there, I wanted to get through, but I can't see completely, so I give that little burst of power and then start covering my brake as soon as I can do. Okay? So kind of get through, burst of power, but cover your brake. Not a lot of burst of power, but just a little bit. So I'm not going to be really covering the double mini roundabouts on summer gangs at this moment. I'm going to do that in a separate video, okay? I'm just going to be using them. It's, you know, it's not that much of a big difference. Same principles. Going nice and slow and dealing with each roundabout separately. I'm thinking about the fact that, you know, if the instruction is to go right, it's right at the first one, straight at the second one, yeah? If it's going left, it's just left. If it's going straight on, then it's basically straight on the first one, left at the second one. Or it could even be right at the first one, left at the second one. Depends upon what the instruction is that the examiner gives you as well, what they're looking for. Slight little bit of late signal. I mean, it's not massively necessary, but it does help. Be aware of something like that, you know, a van like that. If you've got no side panel, you know, no side windows, anything else like that. You know, be aware that when they kind of start doing the turn, they're more or less committed to it. Just off your gas, cover the brake like I did just then. We're going to be going right at this next roundabout. We really can't see from the right hand side. Okay? Now this purple car is going straight on. If I was there, I could have gone at that point as it was over there, just as it was going onto the roundabout. They're turning, make sure they turn first before you start going, and then go on. Okay, so that really kind of covers every angle on that particular roundabout. Again, the key thing is going slow enough so that you can deal with every single part of it. I hope that helps.